walk around as if death only occurs at the end of our life. We plan as if death only occurs at the end of our life. We fight, we collect things, we hold grudges as if death only occurs at the end of our life. But the very truth is that we die every day and we are reborn every day. Every single day we die and every single day we are born again. Every single night we die and every single morning we are born again. But instead of realizing this miracle, we pretend as if death only occurs at the end of our life. To understand this better, we need to realize the daily cycle of death and rebirth. The very first point that we need to discover is that why do we think that death only occurs at the end of our life? Why do we think we are immortals temporarily? Ego hates endings. Thus, ego invents continuity. And memory strings that identity together. The identity you wear the last day. Ego strings it together. But the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that the self is Brahma. This reminds us that you are not the same changing self that you were yesterday or you are today. You are the eternal self, consciousness. You are nothing other than just consciousness. Now, do you think you are the same person you were probably 10 years ago? No one is. Your thought process has changed, your mindset has changed, everything has changed, your dream has changed, and most importantly, even scientists say that all the cells of our body changes in 7 years. So you're technically not even in the same body. But then why do we still cling to the illusion, to the Maya, that the death only occurs after life? Now this gives birth to the second point, which is everyday death. What is this everyday death and what is meant by everyday death and how does this work? When you fall asleep, the world around you vanishes, your identity vanishes and you dissolve into nothingness. You don't even know where you are. You dissolve into emptiness, into nothingness. I'll give you an example. That is when you close your eyes at night, when you sleep, fall asleep, you're not sure if you'll wake up tomorrow. So you surrender your life every night, which is exactly the definition of death. Surrendering your life is the exact definition of death. You close your eyes, you're not sure if you'll wake up tomorrow, yet you surrender yourself, you surrender your life, which is the exact definition of death. So technically, that is death. Death isn't just physical. Every ending is a death. Even the breath that you just took, the breath that you just left is gone. It's not coming back ever again. Even that is a death. And death in sleep it's because the sense of I, the factor of I disappears. There is no ego when you are sleeping. This I, me, I did that happened because of me. This sense dissolves. This is no more there when you sleep, and this is exactly what happens when you die. The sense of I is only there till you are in this body. The moment you are not, the sense of I disappears. In Mandukya Upanishad, it is said that in deep sleep, there is no knowing, no inner knowing, no outer knowing. The only thing that remains is consciousness, which is the exact definition of death. When you have no knowing, no outer knowing, no inner knowing, but only consciousness remains, the self, your actual self is consciousness. So when just consciousness remains, that is the exact definition of death. So even Mandukya Upanishad says that in deep sleep, this is what happens and this is exactly what happens when we die. So this gives birth to the third point, which is everyday rebirth. What is this everyday rebirth? What happens in this everyday rebirth? And what is meant by everyday rebirth? The Katha Upanishad says that the self is not born, nor does it die, nor is it created, nor can it be destroyed or seized. So every morning, the self, consciousness, you put on a new cloth. You're not in the same cloth you were yesterday. And over here I'm referring to the body, to the self as clothes. So that is not the same you anymore. You're a different person. You're born as a different person. You put on new clothes, but yet you drag the baggage of the very last day. And there is a reason that we still drag the baggage even when we are reborn. And the reason is that when we die, whatever we think of while dying, we attain that. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna asks Krishna that how does one's self, the soul, go to you directly and not be born again? How does one attain you? Then Krishna says that when one is dying, when one is leaving the body, at the time of death, whatever he or she thinks of, they attain that. So if someone is thinking of all the drainage, all the baggages they have had through this life, all the pressure and everything, then in their next birth they are bound to drag the baggage of their past life, drag and think about depression, about all the work they have and be more focused in that. They are bound to attain that tension and that pressure. Whereas if someone is thinking, I'll be very rich, I'll be very successful at the time of death, in their next birth, they are bound to be very rich and successful. And if at the time of death, one is thinking of him, of Krishna, of the pure, formless, shapeless consciousness, of that light through which each of us is descended and in which we will all finally emerge, if one is thinking of that, they are bound to go into that and not be born again. And we die every day because in case that time that you died, maybe at the time of your death you were thinking of the negative points and so probably you missed your chance. So thus life gives us a chance every single day in case we missed the last one. Every night when we die, we are given a chance to be what we think in our next birth. So when we are dying, we are thinking of the baggages that we had this day. Suppose it's a normal day, someone went to office, had a very stressful day, toxic environment, bad behaviors from seniors, bosses and everyone, and they drained that baggage. They came home and while dying at night, they are still thinking about that. Next morning, they are bound to drag that baggage of the last day. They are bound to drag the words of their colleagues, of their bosses and all these things. They are bound to think about that. They are bound to drag it. But if while dying they think of peace, of consciousness, of the self, of that light through which they have emerged and the light through which they will merge in, then they are bound to be free. If someone thinks of success, of peace, of richness in every aspect, they are meant to get that in their next rebirth. In the next morning, that very day, they are meant to get that. We get this chance every single day, but only because we don't realize that it's a death. Only because our ego creates a continuity and we believe that it is a continuity and there is no break. We don't die. This is not a rebirth. Only because we don't believe it. In fact, we don't even know it. Thus, we miss our opportunities every day. And this is one of the biggest and the most preciously miraculous thing. That you're getting a chance to be whatever you want every day. You're dying every day and you're getting a chance to be that. And in case we thought of negative things, in case we missed that opportunity, we are given this opportunity every single day. We die every night. We are born again every night. But we miss that opportunity only because we don't know it. Now the fourth point appears, that is how to practice everyday rebirth or how to practice conscious death. The ninth practice is that remind yourself that this is your death and this is your chance to be what you're meant to be. This is your chance to think of only the best so that you attain that in your next birth, the next day. And you will automatically, when you remind yourself that this is your death, and now that you know that death is the time in which whatever you think of, you become that, you will automatically think of the best. And the morning practice is that remind yourself in the morning that I'm not the same person that I was last day. This is a new me. I'm born again. This is a rebirth. Just remind yourself whatever you had thought of last night. See, there is an advantage of ego holding on and creating continuity. There is an advantage of memory creating a string of identity. That is, you can recall what you thought of last night. So you can tell yourself that while dying, I told myself that this is going to happen, so this is going to happen naturally. This is what happens. So you just remind yourself that, and automatically you will feel more at peace. So realize that you don't meet death only at the end of life, but every day. So every night it's this body, so-called self, that dies, and every morning it's the body, the so-called self, that is reborn. You, the consciousness, is constant. You are always constant as you are formless consciousness. So die every night and be born again every morning. But remember that you can't be either of them. So I hope this video was somewhat helpful for all of you. Bye bye, all the best. Hope to meet you very soon. Do watch the shorter versions of these videos in my Insta account. Bye bye, all the best.